So once again, here I am in my spray booth. I have my spray clothes on. Why I choose this particular cloth is because they don't have that much fabric that falls off when you move around. But before I forget, I'm just gonna do this. If there are any loose fabrics, this will just pick them up, and they don't have to fall on the guitar while I spray paint. So hopefully this week I will be finished with the paint and the lacquer. I'm not sure though, because the paint has to dry 24 hours between each layer. So it's basically one layer per day, and it's 7 days in a week, so... Eight? No. So I really don't believe there's anything more to say. Then just begin. Layer 2. So I am currently doing this thing called wet sanding. It's basically what it sounds like. You sand the guitar with some wet sandpaper. Right now on the second layer I'm using a 800 grit sandpaper. On yesterday's layer, the first layer, I used a 600 grit sandpaper. So I just dip this little pad with sandpaper right into some water with about 1 drop of dish soap in, just to make it slide around more, and I just go around in circles. So I'm just doing this all over the body and dipping it in when I'm noticing that the water is running low. Then I wipe it off and have a look, see if all the dents and like little, if small particles have landed on it, see if all that's gone. Yeah, so when this is done, it's time for layer number 3. Layer number 4. Layer number 5. Ow! Come on! I guess I have to buff that out. So as I was going to lay the last few strokes on the back of the guitar, I ran out of paint. And it's not really a big deal, because I can just always buff it out with some wet sandpaper. It's just really annoying. I blinked. So now the paint is finished. So what I'm gonna do now is to unmask the side of the fretboard so I can put on some coats of clear lacquer on it. But that is boring to watch, so I'm just gonna do this. Okay, sorry for not showing my face on camera right now, but this place is just too tight to film in. So what I've done now is I have masked up the fretboard that will not be covered with the lacquer, and now the only thing left to do before I actually put on the lacquer is to spray a logo and a symbol on the headstock. Now the logo is sort of the brand for the guitar, like Gibson or Fender, Rickenbacker, Hefner, all that stuff. My name is then Sharon, so it's going to say Sharon on the headstock. And then instead of the Gibson like split diamond or the little flower or the Les Paul written, I'm going to have an anchor. I will be using a kind of like bronze spray paint. I've just bought this at my local paint store. So it's not a big deal. Just bronze spray paint or amber if you prefer that. So the guitar is now painted, wet sanded, the logo and the symbol is on its place, and yep, that's the first step all done of the paint and lacquer area of the guitar process. So the next step next week will be to clear coat this with cellulose lacquer, as many layers as the 2 spray cans contain. So yeah, I'm Tom Victor Sharon, and thanks for watching. Okay, so I just realized this. The floor right now is kinda dirty.